All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach No honors again to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who's taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to all the Akim pushing truth and sincerity. And shalom to the sincere Aqua that may be out there watching and learning. So, brother, your call from the GMS Columbus, Ohio. Branch coming at you again with another lesson through the Spirit. This should be quick, but really just diving into, some things that I've been seeing going on in the news, and ultimately, some prophecy, saying we got to stay on the prophecy watch, as was told for us to do, paying attention to these things that are going on in the world, all right, and tying them to the scriptures, okay, and, the U.S. and other countries have been a part of a few things as of recent. And I just got a few of the things that I've been seeing pop up lately, and it's ultimately leading to that great world war, which we're already in the midst of, just like every great war, it starts out, it's not that heavy, it, starts out slow. It always has a reason behind it, whether it's politics or oil or whatever, some kind of resource, some type of pact or treaty that was broken, things of that nature that goes on, in the start of a lot of these wars. Okay, one general or whoever may have made a mistake, and this and that has led to this, has led to that, etc. But yeah, you see, we're already in the midst. The world is literally at war. Let me just check something real quick. Let me see. How many? Let's see. It says there are many ongoing conflicts, which estimates varying by definition, but recent reports place that the number of major state-based conflicts around 59, the highest since World War II, alongside numerous other regional local conflicts creating widespread instability. Key reports highlight rising violence in the Middle East and Ukraine involving dozens of countries and displacing millions, making global conflict levels extremely high. You see? So, what does that tell you? The worst since World War II. Okay? So things are getting bad. Okay? And it's right in your face, and these are all things to be paid attention to. It's something that I brung out a few times, signs of a collapsing kingdom. I've done lessons on it and bring it out in camp as well. So that's something that Jake should look into, and just apply it to what's going on in the world today. And you'll see, this place is on the brink of collapse. All right. While of course they're gonna do whatever they can to make everything seem like it's okay. All right. Just like how the scriptures say, they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them. That's read with the child, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Those are the things that are going on, man. So, of course, they're going to tell you things are okay. All right. But like I was going into, the start of every war, every great war, it starts out slow. All right. There's a starting point, and things just ramp up slowly but surely. All right. But things are going to get worse, man. Okay? And with all these conflicts going on in the world today, it's only a matter of time before that great bang. Okay? And we're just missing a piece of the puzzle. And what's that? The prophecy in... let me get that real quick. Revelation 13:16, it says... And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? So we're just waiting for the mark of the beast, man. All right? And for those of you that don't know, and for those of you that say otherwise, this is going into that micro C hip, all right? And if you read in context with this scripture is saying, cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. See? This is that no man might buy or sell. All right, so pretty much you won't be able to live your regular life unless you have this mark. You're not going to be able to enter into certain stores. You're not going to be able to go buy food for your family. You're not going to be able to go put gas in your car. You're not going to be able to do the things that society, all right, is set for. All right, because you don't have this mark. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no possible way that the MOTB could be sin, or a woman, or whatever the speculations have been out there. All right, there's no possible way that could be. Okay, because at the end of the day, if that was those things, all right, which these are just things that's been said over time, all right, from different Israelite camps and other people as well, who knows, all right, the different speculations that are out there about the MOTB, it doesn't make sense. Okay, we have to deal with logic. We have to deal with things that make sense. All right, that's scripture that fits. All right, you got to be able to fit the bill. Okay, and that micro C here fits the bill. Look at the world that we're progressing to: digital currency, surveillance, all these different things. It's about world control. It's about dominance. And what will give Esau the ultimate dominance across the globe? Him being able to track our every single move. Okay, you can say, okay, yeah, your phone, you this, you that, but you may have set your phone down somewhere. All right, you might leave your phone behind. You might have lost your phone, but if you have that mark within you, right, that could be that you will be followed everywhere you go, every move you make. Okay, so that's just understood. But to get back on topic, leading to the war, once that prophecy come to pass, then sure enough, the missiles will begin to fly, okay? And that's the way the prophecy is set up, man. All right? That's why things have not cracked off on a wider scale yet, because there's still other prophecies that have to come to pass before this great world war. All right? Because in the midst of this world war to come, Yahweh Shai and his chariots will become delivering and wreaking havoc on this place. All right? Simple as that. So let's get back into this real quick. Just read a couple more of these just to get understanding. We'll go into a couple conflicts, get a few precepts. But let's go here. Key figures and reports 2025 data says Global Peace Index 2025 reports 59 active state-based conflicts, the most since World War II, affecting over 35 countries with high casualties. See, Africa, the most conflict-affected region, with 28 state-based conflicts in 2024, according to PRIO stat. Okay, site. Okay. Global involvement. It says the GPI, Global Peace Index, noted that 97 countries became less peaceful in 2024, with 92 involved in conflicts outside their borders. Wow. Okay, I'll read a little more. It says Middle East, major conflict zones, Slovakia. Middle East, violence in the Middle East, particularly Gaza, has significantly increased global conflict levels. And I'm sure Jake has seen that picture where it shows Gaza, I believe it's the Gaza Strip, where it shows how it once was and then how it's just rubble now. Okay, and you got even American soldiers protesting against that place, protesting against the death and destruction that's being caused by America and other countries. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy that I seen that video that went around, very graphic video, all right, so viewer discretion, of a man that was protesting against that, and he set himself on fire, on live, understanding, the depth of the killings and the murders, okay, that America has caused, And there are a lot of people that are going to the extremes to protest, all right, against the things that are going on. And let's get that real quick. See, I got a few lined up, but let's get that real quick. Second Edges 9, and I'm gonna just get to the point. Second Edges 9 verse 3 says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards in the world, upwards of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." All right, so there are uproars, all right, of the people, man. All right, these people are sad. These people are hurt. These people are going through it, man. All right, and there's a lot of guilt, all right, on behalf of certain soldiers and people in the communities, all these everywhere, all across the board. All right, because the veil is being lifted from off of this place. All right, this place is being exposed. All right, and I did a lesson on that a few days ago, I believe. Just going into this place being exposed. Everything that has been hidden, all right, is coming to light. All right, all the things that Esau, all right, so-called white man, saying the rulers of this world, all right, have tried to that they've tried to, what I want to call it, they've tried to have a valid reason behind the BS, all right, that they pull, all right. But whole time, it's being revealed that the reason behind the things that they're doing is simply greed, is simply evil, all right. There's no true meaning behind the majority of the things that this kingdom does, okay? And that's being revealed to the masses, okay? And primarily America, man, all right? And I want to call them their daddy, all right? And that land over there, which we know that land, if you can receive it, all right? Amalek, okay? But back in, read a few more of these. It says, Ukraine, Russia's invasion continues to be a major driver of conflict, which that's been going on, let me see, for a lot of years now. Let's see. Real quick. Okay, just real quick. It says Russia and Ukraine have been at war since February 2014. Wow, I didn't even know that. It says a conflict that began with Russia's annexation of Crimea and fighting in the Donbas region. This significantly escalated with the full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, making it over a decade of ongoing war. Wow. Okay, so the full-scale invasion, was the beginning of 2022. So since that invasion, it's going on 4 years with this invasion, okay? And they've been going at this since 2014, all right? That's a long time, man, What else we got? It says Africa, regions like Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and West Africa, due to militant groups like JNIM, remain hotspots. Asia includes conflicts with Afghanistan and Pakistan, notes the list of ongoing armed conflicts. See? So just a few things, but I just wanted to go over a couple of bombings that the U.S. have done recently. They've recently sent strikes over to Syria, okay? Let's see. I put a clip of this in our chat. Okay, so I guess there were 2 American soldiers that were killed. So the U.S. sent strikes over there. Okay. And then the U.S. sent strikes over in Nigeria as well. Okay. I guess targeting ISIS. Okay. So there's war and there's conflict going on across the board. Across the board. All right. What else we got? This is a heavy one as well. I was just watching a video on this a little bit ago. The U.S. seizing these oil tankers from Venezuela, which I just recently found out I believe they're on their fourth oil tanker that they're trying to seize. All right, and upon a little bit of searching and watching these videos, one of these tankers, I'm not sure where the other ones are headed as of yet, but one of these tankers were headed to China. All right, and they said they had like 1.8 million barrels of crude oil. That's a lot of oil, and the U.S. is jumping right in the middle of all this. Okay, and I've been seeing people are saying it's an act of piracy on U.S. behalf. Okay, just to get the definition for that, piracy says the practice of attacking and robbing ships at sea. You see, that's heavy right there. You see, and they got a whole blockade. Well, here it is. Tanker defies Coast Guard as U.S. escalates Venezuelan oil blockade. See, so they're literally going on these ships, all right, invading them, all right, and taking them. This is an act of piracy, you see, and that'll lead me to this here that I have pulled up real quick. Because in this context, the 10 horns is going into NATO, EU nations, the vassal states. But in all these all these nations will begin to hate this place, all right, if not already. All right, but Revelation 17:16 says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." You see, because in that time, the arrows, all these missiles will be pointed towards America, man. America is going to be the primary destination for these missiles, for the fire, for the destruction. Okay, and that's why America, okay, through scriptures is going to be that lake of fire. Okay, this place, America, is going to be that memorial, all right, of what not to be as a kingdom. Okay, because see, America is shiesty, all right. They double cross even ones that are supposed to be one with them, supposed to be allies, etc. Okay, so everyone is going to begin to hate this place. And why is this place called the whore, man? All right, this place has committed fornication, all right, and has took on all the wickedness, all right, from all the wickedness from before, from Rome to Greece to Egypt, all right, has taken all the wickedness, okay, that's been brought about the world and put it all in one place right here. And that's why all these different nations and people, they come here to live out their worldly desires. It's always said, all right. They live out their lust here in this place, man. They live out their crimes through America, aka Babylon the Great. All right. But as I said in the beginning, all this is beginning to, or leading towards, is leading towards the Great War. All right. So let's see what else I got pulled up. I think that was the last one I had. Yep. See, China's on their heels. Russia. See, Russia and China pledged Let's get this headline. Russia and China pledge support for Venezuela as Trump ratchets up pressure on Maduro. Okay. Wow. Trump again called for Venezuela's president to leave power and said the U.S. will keep or sell the oil it has seized. Wow. That's crazy. America is something else. I'm telling you, man, this place got to go, man. You see? Because while all these other different nations depend on America, and that's why, a lot of these nations, they can't really do nothing to America as of right now. But in due time, it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna say, forget it, man. All right? We got to do without this place. And it's all prophecy, man. All right? And all these other nations are going to rejoice when righteousness is established in this earth, man. All right? Even though these heathens are going to be in subjection, they're going to be servants and handmaids, all right? They are going to be in a far better position than they were here. You see? So, everyone's going to rejoice, man, with the wicked out of rulership, man. All right? Because the shit they do is crazy, man. Way off the wall. You're going to threaten another country, take their oil, take their stuff, threaten them to leave power. If not, we're going to sell your joints. Don't try and come back through with some more. We're going to take those too. This is wild work on America's behalf, man. And we can't discount all these other nations because they wicked as well. This is not discounted, but America is the chief for wickedness, man. They're the chief. This is what they do. Wickedness. All right? Crazy world we live in, man. All right? But now, let's see, I'm going to get, it's Isaiah. Isaiah 13 and verse 4 says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains. All right, the mountains going into these powers. All right, governments, etc. It says, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. Now, real quick, I'll pull up that word here as well. Well, for muster, it says to assemble troops, especially for inspection or in preparation for battle. See, that's all I need on that. Okay, the Lord is assembling all these different nations for battle. All right. I seen a clip as well on China. Let's see how I worded. They are ramping up their preparation. Let's see if I can. Yeah, let's see that. Slack. It says, yes, China is widely seen as preparing for potential conflict, particularly over Taiwan, through massive military modernization, large-scale war games, developing advanced capabilities, nuclear, cyber, and space, building infrastructure like specialized landing docks, increasing defense spending, and enacting mobilization laws, with U.S. intelligence and defense reports confirming these significant escalations aimed at achieving reunification by 2027 or having the ability to do so. See, you can go all into this, but China is getting themselves together, all right, and trust and believe these other nations are doing the same as well, all right, and of course when you see, just like in the Cold War, all right, when the Soviets at the time going back and forth with U.S. on the nuclear arms race, things like that. Once one person starts ramping up their military their military advances. All right, the next country starts to do the same. Okay, what are you getting prepared for? Okay, well, I'm gonna get prepared too. I'm gonna load up too. I'm gonna develop some new weapons as well. See, all these things are going on simultaneously, man. All right, and at a rapid rate. Okay, a consistent rate. Okay, if it's not one thing, it's another, and if it's not two things, it's three things. You see, so all these things are going on, and it's all geared towards prophecy. And I'll end it with this, Lord willing. I'll end it with this. Revelation 11 and verse 14 says, the second woe is past, is going into world wars. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. See? So at the end of the day, that third world war is coming. All right, now I'll read the next verse. Salaki. Verse 15 says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great noises great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. See? So the time is coming where that great last world war is come. All right? Where this place is destroyed. Okay? And the Lord, our Lord, Yahweh Shai, all right, will take full control over this place, man. Righteousness will be established. Okay? And a true rulership, a true kingdom will be ran and governed, all right, by the Israelites, all right. So that's pretty much it. You know, keep your eyes peeled on prophecy. Keep your eyes peeled on all these conflicts and all the things that are going on in this world today as it's leading to our deliverance, man, all right. But with that, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory again unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors again to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I'll say Shalom and Abad Ball.